Manny. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you, and a big congrats on the Starling Girl. Thought-provoking and heartfelt. I absolutely love it.
Oh, thank you. I
You're
love
so
your background.
welcome. Thank you. I was inspired,
Yeah.
but take us from the very beginning. Where did you get the idea of a coming-of-age story set in the Christian world? I mean, what got you inspired to write and direct the film?
So it was a couple things. At first, I had I guess it was inspired by some time I spent with women in a Christian fundamentalist community. The time that I'd spent with them was pretty meaningful to me because it made me reflect back on a relationship that I'd had when I was a teenager. I had a relationship with an older man, and I had a lot of agency in the relationship and really pursued him, and afterwards had a lot of guilt about it, but I don't think I even recognized the guilt. And then when I was with these women and learned about their beliefs, just saw that we had a lot in common just in terms of like our attitudes towards our sexual desires and bodies, and how it's the woman's responsibility to like not lead a man into temptation, like no matter your age. And I think that's something that like our culture at large kind of teaches women. And so I guess just wanted to explore these universal feelings for women and set it in this world. I think probably because it was such a meaningful turning point for me, and also wanted to tell a story of mine, but not have it be exactly my story, and kind of remove myself from it a little bit, I think was probably helpful for me. And the other thing is, we just live in a country that's very much affected by conservative Christian thought. And I think I wanted to understand that world better. And in doing so, ended up, finding a lot of admiration for faith and empathy. So, yeah.
You know what I love? In here, the dynamics, I think the forbidden fruit becomes Lewis Pullman, right? And Owen.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reverse, I think, because we're seeing it from the point of view of the Starling Girl, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, the film is entirely in her perspective. And so I wanted the audience to understand why she falls for him, and sort of have the audience fall for him a little bit too, and then be like, oh God, wait, why did I want that? And sort of like have that push and pull that, take the audience on that ride that she's experiencing, and really just be with her.
And you succeeded really well on that, because I was like, oh my God, should she go for him? No. Oh yeah, okay. You know what I mean? That was fantastic. I think at its heart, though, Miss Laurel, the film is about forgotten self. I mean, people forgetting about their own self-actuality for the sake of other things. Like in this case, it's religion. Am
Yeah.
I right on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, the film's central conflict is really, individual desires versus like community expectations, right? And faith, and what's expected, and devotion, what's expected of that. And, in the beginning of the film, our main character really struggles with that. Can she be an individual and still love God and devote herself? And by the end of the film, I think she starts to realize that she can, and she can sort of like define her own relationship with faith, based on what she wants, and express herself as an individual.
I think The Starling Girl is a film that must be seen by both Christians and non-Christians alike. I mean, what do you hope for viewers to get after watching the film?
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is I really I hope that this film reaches, all audiences, and not just this sort of like liberal bubble that goes to art house films. Because the film is not intended to like blaspheme God or anything like that. It's, supposed to be a complex look at faith, and suggest that there are multiple ways to connect with God. And it's not a film that like is a critique on religion so much as more looking at like patriarchal structures. And it's like, at the end of the day, like the film is about like trying to be yourself in the face of like all of the expectations the world places on you. And I think that's a really universal experience and feeling. And the film doesn't look down on these characters. Like, you're supposed to be invested in these characters and care about them. And that's my hope.
Like how we were invested in the character of our Starling Girl, because Eliza is fantastic. I love her in this.
I know. She's an incredible actress, and I want her to just explode and get and be in everything.
Oh, I do too. And thank you so much for your time, Miss Laurel. A big congrats on the Starling Girl again, a film that will stay with you long after the credits are done. So I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye, Michael.